This stop is Alabama Avenue and Fulton Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Van Sinderen Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Van Sinderen Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Sackman Street. This stop is Fulton Street and Sackman Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Eastern Parkway. This stop is Fulton Street and Eastern Parkway. Next stop, Fulton Street and Rockaway Avenue. Transfer available to B60. This stop is Fulton Street and Rockaway Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Thomas S. Boylan Street. Transfer available to B7. This stop is Fulton Street and Thomas S. Boylan Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Saratoga Avenue. Transfer available to B7. This stop is Fulton Street and Saratoga Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Howard Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Howard Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and McDougal Street. Transfer available to B47. This stop is Fulton Street and McDougal Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Buffalo Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Buffalo Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Malcolm X Boulevard. Transfers available to B46 and B46 SBS. This stop is Fulton Street and Malcolm X Boulevard. Next stop, Fulton Street and Stuyvesant Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Stuyvesant Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Lewis Avenue. Transfer available to B15. This stop is Fulton Street and Lewis Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Marcus Garvey Boulevard. Transfer available to B15. This stop is Fulton Street and Marcus Garvey Boulevard. Next stop, Fulton Street and Kingston Avenue. Transfer available to B43. This stop is Fulton Street and Kingston Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Tompkins Avenue. Transfer available to B43. This stop is Fulton Street and Tompkins Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and New York Avenue. Transfer available to B44. This stop is Fulton Street and New York Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Nostrand Avenue. Transfers available to Long Island Railroad, B44 and B44 SBS. This stop is Fulton Street and Nostrand Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Bedford Avenue. Transfers available to B44 and B44 SBS. This stop is Fulton Street and Bedford Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Franklin Avenue. Transfers available to the S train and B48. This stop is Fulton Street and Franklin Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Classen Avenue. Transfers available to B26 and B48. This stop is Fulton Street and Classen Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Grand Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Grand Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Washington Avenue. This stop is Fulton Street and Washington Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Transfer available to B69. This stop is Fulton Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Adelphi Street. This stop is Fulton Street and Adelphi Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Green Avenue. Transfer available to B52. This stop is Fulton Street and Green Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and South Elliott Place. This stop is Fulton Street and South Elliott Place. Next stop, Fulton Street and Brooklyn Tech Place. Transfers available to the G train, B38 and B38 Limited. This stop is Fulton Street and Brooklyn Tech Place. Next stop, Fulton Street and Hudson Avenue. Transfers available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, Q and R trains, B41, B41 Limited, B45, B67 and B103 Limited. This stop is Fulton Street and Hudson Avenue. Next stop, Fulton Street and Bond Street. This stop is Fulton Street and Bond Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and Duffield Street. This stop is Fulton Street and Duffield Street. Next stop, Fulton Street and J Street. Transfers available to B57, B61, B62 and B65. This stop is Fulton Street and J Street. Next stop, Cadman Plaza West and Remsen Street. This stop is Cadman Plaza West and Remsen Street. Next stop, Cadman Plaza West and Tillery Street. This stop is Cadman Plaza West and Tillery Street. Next stop, Cadman Plaza West and Cranberry Street. This stop is Cadman Plaza West and Cranberry Street. Next stop, Old Fulton Street and Prospect Street. This stop is Old Fulton Street and Prospect Street. Next stop, Front Street and York Street. This is the last stop. This stop is Front Street and York Street. This is B25 to downtown Brooklyn Front Street. A fare is required to ride.